All right, well, good day and welcome, and thank you for joining me today. We are going to review Godzilla X Kong. And to be honest with you, I'm a little bit confused with the whole X thing and what that's supposed to mean. So I'm just going to go with Godzilla times Kong because that's what it says to me. After watching Godzilla versus Kong, I was kind of disappointed in that because, the style just changed dramatically from the MonsterVerse that they had originally started with. The whole Godzilla had its style, and then King Kong Skull Island had its style, and then when it came down to the Versus movie, it's like a kid who had like the toys and just wanted to crash them and make an action movie, and that's what that movie was. It was so dumbed down that I just didn't enjoy it. Now I know what to expect, and so I shut my brain off before going into the theater because I was expecting just a bunch of just let it be. If that's what you're going to sell me, then that's what I want to see. That's what I'm expecting. So what did I expect? Monsters just clashing and fighting. Each titan had a chance to shine. Godzilla took it on with some monsters. King Kong did the same thing, and they did it in brutal fashion. And that's what really got me right from the beginning. King Kong takes on this pack of monsters, and he's ripping them apart, which just kind of set the tone for me. I'm like, right on. And one thing I really have to say about these showdowns is that they absolutely destroy the cities that they're in. People die en masse. Like the brutality here is absolutely to an extreme. Now, what they do is they don't focus on the terror of the people, of the citizens in the streets. So it's just basically flat out buildings that are being leveled, smoke and concrete being flown everywhere, just a lot of damage, senseless damage. So here's a few things that I feel like this movie needs to get credit for, and that's the animation team. First off, there's a lot of animation. There is a lot here. This movie, it must have a humongous budget. I have to check it out, but it's like there is CGI, not just CGI, but great CGI throughout the whole film. Acting, if you want to say, the acting for these animations are really spot on. They're so good. The enemy, the antagonist, Scar, and he comes out in a way where he's just standing up to Kong and he's looking and his head's up and he's looking and he can see his enemy and he's ready to show down and rock and roll. And that's what I mean. The acting, the motion and animation was really good. A lot of good fights throughout. I don't think there was ever a bad one. The music in here is a bit hit and miss. They have a lot of 80s music in here, and sometimes it just kind of adds to the fun, and sometimes it just didn't really click with what I was seeing. But regardless, I think in the end, what I am grading this down as, this movie is vibe is absolutely fun. You really need to shut your brain off for this one and just go with the ride. Look, the story is very simple, and that's exactly what they needed it to be. The human level, I think they've added enough in here to make it interesting enough, and it's much more of a journey for King Kong, and that side of the story works very well for me. Now, is your kid going to love this? Absolutely. Your kid's going to love this. So here's the point where I have to kind of just do a little bit of a timeout here, guys, and just tell you that I have been doing this for a year now, just over a year, and I've changed things and tried to get better and try to improve like I did tonight. This is a brand new setup. It's basically, the setup that I was using in my previous videos is my setup for my other channel, which is mindfulness and meditation and survival and all. It's far more fitting for my other channel as opposed to a movie channel. So here we go. I kind of flipped things around and kind of added some new elements to my setup here. Anyway, so what I'm getting down to, guys, is that I was really hoping to get more engagement with the audience, you. And so I need from you to tell me whether or not these videos are something that you are finding value in. If you, and I get it. My videos haven't been up to the greatest standard, but I really do want to improve if it's worth the energy, because I do have a full-time job and I do have another channel that I'm running. So when I do these movie reviews, it's just because I love it. This is something that I actually really love. I love movies, but I need feedback from you because I want to know whether or not the energy that I'm putting into these is worth it. Is it worth it for you? Now, I'm not going to stop going to see movies. This is not the reason why I'm doing the channel. The reason why I'm doing the channel is to connect with you and to give you my insight to help you decide whether or not these movies are even worth it for you, because going to the movie theater is quite expensive, and I just want to give you my 2 cents so that it might help you. And if that's the case, please, what I'm looking for is a thumbs up or comment or both. I would like to know from you whether or not I should continue putting some more effort into this channel to make it more exciting for you so that you find more value in it. And is it really hitting the point? So you let me know what your thoughts are. And please understand where I'm coming from this, because I really do enjoy this part, but I have to be able to know that it's worth something for some people out there. Okay. So please do that for me. Let me know your thoughts. Back to the review. All right, so guys, that's my review for this one here. I found that my expectations were far more exceeded because I went there with low expectations, and I ended up having a good time. That was the right way for me to enter this film. And I also sat in some D-box seats, so everything was rumbling. So that's it. I'm going to leave you with that. And again, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're finding that there is something value here. And if you're finding me for the first time, welcome and thank you for taking your time to join me and listen to my review on this. Anyhow, I'm going to let you go. And I want you to have a good time. I want you to enjoy life, but enjoy film if you're a movie lover like I am. And until next time, take care. And I wish you well.